And how's everyone doing today? Hope everyone had a good weekend. Oh boy. So yeah. Yeah, it's been a thing. That's the best way I can describe it. It's been a thing. Let's just go ahead and move on to this. Um I'm starting to find some inconsistencies in my base, like little things like I definitely don't have enough steel production and stuff like that. You know, the little things that you realize you have to fix. Oh, whoa, whoa, that was damages. All right, looks like we are immediately going to take a loop around the base. Let's just grab a few of these just because I need to do it. That was 4 things damaged. We do have some flamethrowers. We're not encircled, not by a long shot. Okay, right there. Just about what we expected. We're not encircled, not by a long shot. What we are is the area that we've been seeing the heaviest attacks has got flamethrower coverage, even if minimal. While I wanted to get it flamethrower coverage going, I'm also a little concerned about over here because this is one of the biggest nest complexes we've seen. And I just realized I don't have radar coverage over there, so I'm going to need to produce a few radars. Get over there and plant those because I don't like being blind over there, especially when we do have oil coming in. In fact, what you guys caught me about to do when stream started was get some more oil tanks built. While we just do not have the capacity to store what we're currently running, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning trains. Big time, still learning trains. And it looks like I'm. Wait, what's our power like? All right, power is suffering a little. I'm gonna need to go grab some iron and get some more of these made. I have just been kind of inching the improvements to our oil supply. Not oil, but power supply. I've just been inching add-ons instead of really going whole hog on it, just because, well, I do plan on moving it. This isn't the forever box for our power supply, not by a long shot. In fact, I'd like it if soon enough this isn't going to be here much longer. If everything goes right, this won't be our where we run our power from much longer. Change it to and, I guess. Because at the moment, I'd rather it not waste coal. Oh, we missed the ammo train. Crap. That means we are leaving the base at our own risk. We are at medium biters and small spitters. I have seen both. That's actually the entire reason the base has been taking damage. The small spitters. You know what? Did I could make two. Good. Now I do have. I am a little concerned about this base. I mean, about this spider base. All right, it's backlogged. One, I don't have enough I need to connect this up so I can make it all go one way. Yeah, I need to. I'm pretty sure the yeah, we are starting to get biter attacks over here. So let's get the radar plonked down. Stick one right here. And the other over in this corner. So we get good coverage. And that'll let it... Ooh. We have an attack group building right there. You know, I don't know why I thought this one was worse than it is. That is microscopic. Do we take it out? Zormur, I know you're hanging around. You always are. Should we take it out? Or do we want to ignore them and troll them by just leaving them be there? I'm kind of a favor of leaving them in the forever box. I know not everyone's gonna like that option though. That'll offload the train a little. I should probably limit those to there. Just so we don't get out of hand. I did get the tier 3 science going. The tier 3 science, you know what? Why did I put slow ones there? I don't mind slow on the outgoing, but I do need slow. I mean, I need fast on the incoming. I'd rather do stack, but I need advanced circuits for those. You know what? I'm thinking... So I'm not even tapping half the oil that's over here, like legit not even half. Well, actually, I might be tapping more than half, but it's not. I've got enough left over that I'm not too worried. I mean, I got another 6 going right there, you know, to go right there if I want to. Needless to say, this is a rather rich oil field and it'll last us a good while. What's our power like? Oh, they threw some more bodies at it. Always nice to see the fighters find out what cordite tastes like. It's even more fun when they find out what what it's like to chew 5 gum, but you deal with what you can deal with. Don't have any concrete, otherwise I would pave underneath this. Just got to keep an eye on those trains taking off or leaving on the mini map. Yeah, I don't think this one's leaving anytime soon at the moment. Empty, but it's still got 1.3k and I am out of space. So oh, it's managing to inch a little bit in there, but needless to say, we need to get oil cracking underway. That's kind of the measure of the day. You know, we do a little bit of figuring out and decide what we want to do. And today we're going to be refining and making plastic, as well as a number of other things. So yeah, let's get started on that. Looks like we're just lacking iron. Also, we're not that far off. Probably next stream we're going to need, because we have 346,000 iron left in this iron ore patch. We got 35 million patch down here that we are going to need to tackle retrieving. There's just no doubt, no way around it. That's going to be our next tackle, followed probably by coal, and in the process we're gonna get access to at least one coal patch on the way, as well as that big boy over there. We have some stone over here that I kind of would like because ours is really, really, really minuscule. I mean, the funny thing here is we've got uranium closer than we do copper at the moment. I have no idea where a copper patch is, so we're going to have to go on an exploration for copper sooner rather than later. But the main order of business is I want to break into the tier 2 researches, and, you know, into the blue science researches. In the meanwhile, we're going to continue pushing out you know, more shooting speed, you know, and better explosives. Even though we're not actually using explosives, we're using flammables, and you know, as our primary science right now, and as our primary combat method. And I am rambling. Also, I love the disco. I love the Disco Labs mod. When we added black military science to it, it started flashing yellow too. I love this mod. It is my favorite cosmetic mod that they have in this game. It's just fun to watch the lights change. And I really 100% kludged together this military science. I'm not even going to deny that. That military science is 100% a kludge build. Our steel production is starting to lack a little. I'm pretty sure it can at least temporarily be fixed with a healthy application of what do you call them? Right, red belts to the to the supply line. Just gotta go about doing it. Ooh, and you know it is gonna be a rough day when nobody shows up. But the other piece of you know, the reason that we need the where did it stop? The other piece of science we kind of need is I don't like the fact that we don't have what do you call it, we don't have the ability for my brain to process things properly. I apologize. My brain just kind of shuts off sometimes. Okay, there's no sometimes about it. My brain's default state is off. I'm not even going to deny it. like 100%. Half the reason I didn't stream when I got up today, even though today's my day off, is because my executive dysfunction decided to tell me, nah, F you, bro. You cannot get up and do things right away. That's against the rules. Yeah, so if you want to know why I'm not streaming overnight tonight on my day off, it's because my brain said F you, bro. It is the absolute worst when your body fights you like this. And I can't even deny it. You know, it's like 100%. It's my body fighting me on things. I wish it wasn't. Like, I am 100% honest with all y'all. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. You know, you'll be a lot happier if you remember to. I'm sorry if that sounds depressing. Life is a lot. But let's stop being depressing. Come on, brain. Don't be depressing. Let's get, let's start getting industrial. So we need iron. Come on. Give me a bunch of iron. Let's get our first refinery. We're gonna want a few of these. No doubt we want a few of these. Although, how many do we want? How many do we want? When you take into fact that we're going to build these, get blue science going, and then we're immediately going to have to tear it down as we get refined the advanced blue science up and running. Because advanced oil processing. As soon as we get advanced oil processing available, we basically have to rebuild our oil processing. So I'm not sure how big I want to make this oil processing because we're just going to be tearing it down shortly after. But I figure we're going to build it right here. Right in this area, just enough to get blue science going. And our iron is fading fast, so we do need to hurry with this. Let's go grab a little more concrete because from here on out, I do not want to not build on concrete. It's an aesthetic choice. Yes, this is just technically our starter base. No, I don't give a shit. I want it on concrete because it's us. It's a middle finger to the freaking biters. If you're not flipping the biters the bird, are you really? Like I said, if you're not flipping the biters the bird, are you really doing it right? That was good timings, Romero. Let's see how bad they got us. Ah, the sweet smell of you are thank you, Romero. You are literally my freaking sound check every freaking stream. Wait, again? Alright, so these guys over here for some reason aren't doing as good. But yeah, let's start our oil cracking. Where are they? All right, get some sweet, delicious fruit in here. I can't believe I said that. Really, this only... I may have been reading a little too much of certain pieces of anime fiction recently. If I am calling things sweet, delicious fruit, I apologize immensely. If you know, you know, and I don't apologize in the long run. Really? Yeah. Yeah, I keep forgetting you do that. So I am up in the air on whether I want to get VR or the next time I get a bonus from work, I want to spend it on a better camera for streaming. I'm thinking I want to direct it to a new camera for stream. Because, well, as it stands right now, I'm using a $20 web camera for my camera, and I am using a $40 knockoff action cam for if you guys. I mean, if I was going to get one, it was going to be one of the independent ones, one of the ones that hooks up, you know, that is completely self-contained. You know, just out of convenience and the fact that I'm a little worried about trying to run that off my computer and stream at the same time. But I get what you mean. My roommate has one of the older models, and it gives him trouble, you know, when he tries to do multiple things. Honestly, ideally in the future, I would probably have the updated version of his, but I would have an entire room for VR with its own independent computer system, with a capture card hooking up to this computer. Up to my streaming computer. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of space. So honestly, it's probably better in the long run that I hold off on VR for another year or two. So I think better camera is the first step. Maybe look into an actual camera instead of a webcam. So that'll be better for like when I do streams, like cooking streams, because let me tell you, whenever I do a model building stream, I'm working with two webcams. One of them facing down towards towards the building surface, and other facing towards me. Half the time, I spend 30 to 40 minutes before a stream trying to get them to cooperate and both play it, film at the same time. So, and that's because the way USB rails work is everything on them is on the same main bus address in the PC, with a sub address that not every software recognizes. So when you have two USB webcams plugged into the same group of outlets, they don't always recognize each other as separate cameras. And I think my roommate has an original HTC Vive. Yeah, he hasn't updated or anything. In fact, he barely actually gets on it anymore. But he enjoys it when he gets, when he gets the time, gets the in the mood to use it. Problem is, he never got an extender cable for it, so he literally has to stand in the center of his room and can't really walk around with it. Like, he can't use it at his bed if he wants to. Which I think is a missed opportunity, because I know he would love to, like, lay in bed and watch a movie on it. So we need sulfur and we need plastic. So, oh god, this sucks, because this is gonna tap into our already. You know what? I'm gonna do a mini build up here for that'll be primarily hand fed for coal and iron, primarily because it's a temporary build. Get us the he's not a social person. Like, he'll go out and be social with with friends that we've known a long time, but he's not going to go talk to strangers on the internet. It's just never been who he is. I'm pretty sure he'd rather stick nails in places they shouldn't be. Yeah, he is not a go and be social with strangers kind of person. Like, the few times I have gotten my roommate to appear on stream, it has been like pulling nails to get him on here. Yeah. I mean, you guys have met the roommate in question, or may have met the roommate in question. Sai, yeah, he's not shy, but he is a personal individual. He is a leave me alone, I want to enjoy my life my way kind of individual. Where are tanks? I know they're slow. What? So the only that he's not the problem is the kind of conversation he would have in that situation isn't, let's put it this way, he'd be more likely in that situation to constantly antagonize people to the point that they would actively kick him out of the new rooms every time he showed up. Not saying it's right, just saying it's what would happen. Not to mention, it's kind of the old man in him showing up. He doesn't like to admit it, but he's getting old just like I am. I think we will use this road to produce plastic. Get a little bit of plastic in our That's right, Sai. If you're around, I just called you old. You have nieces and nephews. You can't claim to be young anymore. Well, yeah, we call those nieces and nephews because that's what they, when their parents who are literally people you've grown up with and they're all but blood, and they tell the kid to call, this is Uncle Sai. That, yep, you're an uncle. I wonder, what do we need for blue science? I can never remember. Advanced circuits, sulfur, and engine units. All right. Advanced circuits. All right, and I am legitimately just kind of taking care of every tier 3 science I can. I mean, every military science I can while I still can, because, yeah. Also, what do you think, Zuramura? Do we use uranium text plates to label everything once we have it available? Everything gets labeled in uranium, right? Everything gets labeled with uranium. But before we even get close to uranium, we are going to be who's uranium? Iranium. God, that's an old joke. Sorry. If any of you know where that joke comes from, you know why I say that's an old joke. God, I feel old for even making that joke. I'm sorry. this is legitimately just kind of a kludge build, which I'm already failing because I forgot to get the materials for more chemical plants. Iron and steel, here we come. Alright, and to make sulfur, we just need water and petroleum gas, but then we also need to convert it into some of it into sulfuric acid to, no. And I've already got engine units in my inventory at the moment, so I could just make a couple of these advanced circuits, you know, and make chemical science packs straight up. Just need to go grab some plastic and sulfur now. Grab some plastic and make some sulfur. We will worry about automating all this on a larger scale once we where is it? There it is. For my own sanity, I am moving those farther apart. Just because I can doesn't mean I want to. I thought that was going to take up less than it did. That kind of irritates. All right. More iron plates. Yeah, our iron's looking a little sparse right now. Not liking the look of it. So of course, the first thing with blue science we want to research, literally the gateway to everything else with it, is, you know, advanced oil processing. That's so enticing. That's so freaking enticing. Then we want to go for lube, just because who doesn't think lube's important? If you can't tell, I'm kind of trying to go for the stuff that leads us to robotics in the future. Because I kind of want construction robots. I honestly want construction robots more than I want logistics robots. All right, power. Right, that thing that's been the bane of my existence for a while now. Power. They seem to have decided this is the spot they want to penetrate the base at for some reason on this side. I thought that was the game. That was the song. You know what? Let's just cancel these other builds, because we need our power. Boy, that was stupid of me just then. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 18, 20. All right, so that is the limit of what we can run off that one pump, unfortunately. So we will very soon need to look into location replacements for our power supply. That does put me back under where we need to be for our power. I'm just cleaning up the dead miners here. Because they do pull power even if it's, you know, less than a running one does. Oh, that's right. So yeah, no, you're right. I am only at half capacity right now. You're correct. Always forget about that. I always forget about that. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you so much. My brain. Unfortunately, I think one boiler is at most 3, isn't it? If I'm remembering correctly. And I need to move it from this location anyway because, well, iron, copper, coal eventually. That's got to be moved from there because it's going to be in the way of the train intake anyway. Only 2? You are correct. I'm remembering that. The goal for this run is at minimum 1,000,000 of all 3 circuits a second. So we will be doing the absolute wackiest shit to be able to automate Spidertrons and near the end. And I mean fully automate, fish included. I've got a long ways to go for that, but I'm aiming to do it. Oh, I did. Can't believe it. Yep, that's what I'm aiming for. At least 1,000,000 of each of the 3 circuits. Because why not? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. So, fun fact I learned recently while trawling the official Factorio wiki is that if you put space science packs in a rocket and launch them to space, you get back fish. Yeah, fish. So fully automatable fish requires fully automated space science. Hey, if I can't do it because my game starts slowing down, I'll admit defeat. But until the day my computer starts slowing down because of the stress I'm putting on it, I'm gonna keep going for it. I will stop just short of actually crashing my computer to play Factorio. Yeah, no, I would have to. Let's see, why did I hit escape there? Come on, brain. If I am looking at a definitely be using at least assembly machine 3. Fair enough, fair enough. I fully expect to almost ruin my computer with this one. We will be using 1 speed and 2 efficiency modules. Or would productivity be better? Yeah, no, productivity would be better. I'd still be needing to produce 16 million, I would need to be producing 16 million green science a minute on Beacon. Oh, man. You know what? Let's remove the speed from it and replace it with a third productivity 3 module. So I would need to be producing just shy of 16 million green circuits a minute to do that. Holy. And I would need to be producing roughly 7,000 gigajoules of power to run all of that. Holy, Just for the green. Just for the green. Just for the blue science factories. I'd need to be producing 3.1 million plastic a minute. I'd need to be producing 62 million copper coils a minute. And that's to do a million blue circuits a minute. That's for a million a second. I don't know how well you can see those numbers. That says 923 million green circuits a minute. For just blue. That's not including the amount needed for red, which is another 184 million. You know what? Let's start off with just getting green up to a million a second, a million a minute. And we'll work from there. Hey, if a goal's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. That's doable, although it will require high-end logistics and all right, we are looking at if we have 12 blue belts outputting, that is only 540 a minute. Let's currently just aim to get to the end game before we work on scaling up more than necessary. How about that? we will aim to just get absolutely ludicrous at some point. But let's focus on beating the game first on the Rail World setting. Hey, well, if you're not aiming high, are you really trying to play the game? Of course, I'm short on iron. I don't know how much longer my iron patch is gonna hold out. So we're fairly soon. I mean, if it gets to the point that I get to 10,000 freaking if it gets to the point that I get to 10,000 iron plates a second and my computer start electronic circuits a minute and my computer is starting to struggle, I'll call defeat. But I'm not going to call defeat until the game's actively lagging. Calling defeat before the game's actively lagging is just being defeatist. I mean, if it comes down to it, fair enough. Fair enough, and that's a perfectly valid way to play. But they're planning on, your freaking, in the 2.0 expansion, for you to have bases on multiple planets running simultaneously. They're making changes, but they're not making that many changes to how the tick rate processes. At least not that I've noticed so far in their discussions. So theoretically, you should be able to. It's just a matter of, making sure you optimize your distances. Don't transport things long range by belt or logistic bot. Transport things long range by train. And even when it comes down to the base, if you've got to go from one side of the base to the opposite corner, it might be more efficient to use logistic bots for that than to do trains. Than to do belts. It's you just gotta be smart and remember to freaking optimize how things are moving around. And once we get to the point that we've beaten the game, no, this is true. This is true. And I do believe there's one of the things they've discussed about fixing in the 2.0 update. But honestly, anything they give us, I'm going to be happy with. I am thrilled about the idea of the freaking platform, in the space platform. That is just awesome, and I can't wait to try it out. It just kind of feels like we're going to need some form of space hostile mob to make it work. Fair enough. My question is, what do you think they do to fix it? Yeah, and they are doing that to a fair point. Currently, they, when you look at how much they've been talking about doing in the weekly updates, they've been changing a fair bit. Primarily on trains, but still. If they can optimize trains, more than the way trains are processed by the game engine, it'll go a long way to making the game even more efficient. Yeah, I'm kind of not wanting to put too much down for oil cracking until I get advanced oil processing, because I know my luck. I know how it goes. As soon as you build up oil processing, then you have to replace it with advanced. I'd rather just wait and build the advanced. No, you're not wrong. And hopefully they will fix that. On the positive side, it not being currently multi-threaded does make it easier to run on stream. It actually makes this game easier to run on stream because I don't have to worry about the rest of the cores being occupied with the game too. You know, it does make it better for stream because it is single core. My oil is just, Hey, dude, how you doing, man? So nice to see him die so quickly. Let's see. There's one thing that can take a load off of it. You don't need the animated trees if if you're all the time. There are plenty of things. Nice. Like, I noticed that the trees were animated for the first time last stream. I didn't know the trees were animated. I thought they were just there. But, I had not realized they were animated. Yeah, no. I turned the biters on just because my last full run was without biters. And it made half the techs feel like they were there just to taunt me for things I wasted money on. So I chose to run with biters this time. Also, it gives me a reason to build up defenses. It's one of the more fun things about the game is building up defenses and watching the enemies die against them. And when you play without them, you just don't see that. Because there's something viscerally entertaining about watching a horde of enemies get gunned down at your walls. Maybe that's just the history and war enthusiast in me, but yeah, I am getting distracted. Sorry, I am getting distracted. We definitely don't have enough production of these products for what we're doing, so it's definitely going to take too long for us to get the oh yeah, you're right there. Honestly, in a rail world, once you get to tanks, you can just in a rail world, the biter nests don't Gladian is gonna end up Zood, sorry. Zood is gonna end up dead in a ditch at this rate with his eating habits. Please take care of yourself, my dude. No, he won't end up dead in a ditch. They'll just find his body in his bedroom like a week later because he doesn't go outside. Cheap food doesn't mean you have to eat twice as much. Believe me, that usually just leads to worse things. All right, so really, that's irritating. All right, well, it looks like I will be persisting in my decision to do most of it by hand for now. Thought I placed it right. Whoops. There we go. All right, and I will just be right, waiting on thought I had some. You want to see what you can get from Starbucks? Zood, you're gonna find out what it's like to sleep for stay awake for 5 days, dude. Let me tell you, I've done it. It's not fun. You think it's okay until you realize that you're seeing things. Zood's aiming to find out what it's like to chew 5 gum. I am just looking for a little bootstrap. Liar. You know you're going to at some point. Well, that's right. That is a thing with you, isn't it? Forgot about that. Well, no. Yes and no, you know. Yeah, yeah, people use it to keep themselves awake, but honestly, it's just a bad experience all around. You know. As much as I thoroughly embrace drinking stupid amounts of caffeine on the regular, you really shouldn't. And at the same time, cost-wise, coffee costs Starbucks a lot less to give away than cakes and sandwiches do. Here's a cup of coffee. I hate to say it, but it in the for the cost coefficient, Starbucks on each Starbucks price point for each cup of coffee they give away, no matter what size, is about 3 cents. Their price point on those on the sandwiches, the Danishes, and everything else is about 50 cents per item, maybe 35. You know, basically, it costs them a lot more to acquire more of the sandwiches and the Danishes and cookies than it does for them to get the coffee. Brain function, there we go. Dude, are you making the mistake of thinking that corporations like giving away things? McDonald's in the US does not let their employees take home the leftover burgers at the end of the night. They require their stores to throw them away instead of give them to the employees. Businesses will do everything they can to avoid giving things away for free. Because if they're giving it away for free, they can't charge somebody for it. And that's their favorite thing to do. Yeah, fair enough. I did not mean to put 32 of those in one spot. The music kicked up at the perfect time for the labs. We've got 4 colors on our labs now, at least temporarily. Where are all those motors that I grabbed? I went down there for iron. Geez, they are getting really aggressive all of a sudden. I went down there for iron and forgot to grab iron. Exactly, Doc. Businesses would always rather write something off as a loss that they can then claim later than to pay, than to give it to somebody. I did that wrong. Big businesses, they're operating with the purpose of making money and not just providing a service, will always try to go out of their way to do things that will enable their spending. And giving away free shit doesn't do that. I'm not saying look at it from the businesses, from the company's perspective, because that's a good way to seem like a heartless bastard, but that's how they're looking at it. True. I spent 20 years working at a fast food restaurant, and I can tell you with above average certainty that half of their costs are more are the employees. They're 100%. Their bigger problem is the employees and being able to pay them. That's the bigger reason why prices go up, is because the cost of living goes up, and the companies that aren't absolute shitbags trying to screw over their employees are actually giving their employees raises, even if it's only 10 cents once a year. So, it does require certain things to go up occasionally. What's not okay is when things go up constantly. Especially when they also shrink portion sizes. That shit ain't okay. Yeah. I was by no means a manager for the food service I worked in, but after 20 years, the management pretty much trusted me with with things that they didn't trust most of the employees with, because I'd been there. I'd proverbially been in the trenches longer than most of the managers had. No, really. I had more tenure than most of the managers. Like, not even joking. So I'm still pretty sure if I wanted to, I could go back to that job. Don't know why I would, especially after I went a year and a half without any raises. But I could. Heck, I still remember the recipes to this day. It's actually a little embarrassing how many of them I still remember. All right, cool. That's advanced oil cracking done. Aw, they're already dead. It's kind of funny watching the bodies burn, though. I'm thinking it is probably time to take out that nest before it gets much worse. Is that an attack group about to kick off? I think it is. Put you in a box? Alright, alright. Where is that program? And we're missing coal for this one. All right. Could I just one feeding the back would keep this going? Nah. Can I build? Nope, I'm missing the copper and the steel. If you have to wonder, you probably didn't. Yeah, no, they give all that time not because they expect it to take that long, but because there is somebody that is going to take that long. They don't expect the average student to take that long. They expect the worst student to take that long. But when in doubt, you should always go over your work if you finish it early. Always go over your work whenever you finish it early. That's never a question. I'm trying to get at least a few logistics robots before we, not logistic. Okay, Zood, you know your fellow students. You know good and well for every student that's actually there trying to figure things out and get it done, there's another it's more content to shove their finger up their nose, and freaking, and stare off into the middle distance. For every person who's there who's being smart about things, there's another it's being stupid about it, and you know it as well as I do. Yeah, no, it happens. There's always that, for every person who is smart enough to, and studied enough to be able to do it quickly, there's always going to be that one person who's just it will blow your mind how stupid they can be about things. I mean, what's the topic of the history exam? What have you been learning in history? Or is this a case of you completely ignored it, like so many other young people do? You've been... Well, then you've got time to study. Like you probably should, because it's smart to study for your exams. Why did I make chemical plants when I needed refineries? Why? Why, Kiro's brain? Why, Kira's brain? Why did you make chemical plants instead of refineries? It's fine, it's fine. I need more freaking tanks anyway. I mean, oil is always where... Well, I mean, that's when you go and study world history instead of just local history. All right, Zood, I gotta say this, and I'm being as nice as possible when I say this. Who said you only have to learn what they teach in class? It is the prerogative of the student to pursue knowledge wherever it is. If that is, if that includes learning outside of the classroom, that is your prerogative. You may not want to, you don't have to, but it is good practice to learn, to study, to search out new things outside of the classroom. Learning does not stop at the classroom door or at the Zoom call, whatever you are, whatever you're using. Learning is life. Like, when I'm not streaming and I'm not working, half the time I'm reading books on how to learn how to program. The other half of the time I'm doing something stupid, but I am, I do try to learn, always be learning something or be working at work. If I'm not working and I'm not streaming, I'm trying to learn something. I'm not saying everyone should, but, history points that everyone, that the people who don't. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're in that detached learning because of, still, aren't you? Yeah. In this case, if it's something that you'd be learning in the classroom, try learning something that's not in the classroom, not on the curriculum. I know. I am trying to learn C++. And, honestly, functions give me conniptions. Functions give me conniptions, but I am trying to learn it. I mean, I'm also going to be practicing cooking. I'm going to be practicing recipes for the birthday cooking stream if you guys actually hit the goal. Nice. Sweet. But yeah, no, seriously. Seriously, functions give me conniptions. Every time I think I've got a handle on them, I learn a new thing that just makes me go, what? How empty are these? I am going to disconnect this if I can. It's probably enough in there that I can disconnect it for a while. I need to refill my belt with red ammo. Honestly, the thing I would like to see them add the most as a item, as something you can do with circuits, is the ability to stop a belt segment with a signal. I want to see that. Holy shit. I wasn't even born till 86. Holy cow, I wasn't even born till 86. I can? I did not know that. I am an idiot. I am an idiot. Why didn't I not think of that? Why did I not think to try that? Where is it? Where is it? Just made one. I did not know that. I did not know that. I am supremely annoyed at myself that I did not know that. I am supremely annoyed in myself that I did not know that. I mean, hey, make fun of us old folks all you want, but, you know, everything around in the world was made by people older than you, so. Alright, I am actually mildly irritated that that wasn't enough. Yeah, no, they do. They do 100%. It's probably stupid to only read one, but, we're gonna go with just one being read for now. My brain is I can never remember which one is greater than or less than. Is my problem. Is the greater than towards the item you're trying to measure or away from? It points to the smaller number. All right. I mean, that seemed to work just then. As long as there's less than or equal to 1,000 in here, it'll, you know, in this chest, because circuit connected to circuit network reads the container of it and sends it to the network. And as long as the network is reading... Wait. Did I do that wrong? I just did that wrong, didn't I? I just did that wrong, didn't I? I need to use the logic combinator here, right? That one was tiny. That should not... Yeah, fair. That works right there then. As long as that chest we're reading is less than 1,000, it'll less than or equal to 1,000. It'll continue letting them through. It's crude, but it works, and it keeps me, and it'll cut it off. It'll cut it off when I have a rough amount in. No. Yeah. I want the belt to stop once that chest hits 1,000, which is 5 stacks of ammo. Seeing as how the minuscule amount I have coming in is being split 8 ways, all the chests will get close to 1,000 before that one hits 1,000. Seeing as how I have each train car limited to 1 full row, I'll be able to get 2 refills out of it in between, I'll be able to get a full refill of each train car before it'll start adding more in. Or as it starts it should work without, and once it hits 1,000, my ammo belt will start packing itself again. God knows it hasn't been for a while. Why do I keep coming this way? Brain, what are you doing? Trying to figure out why I haven't gone and cleared those enemies yet. I'm probably also wondering why I haven't, Really? Only 2? What am I missing here? Probably copper and electronic circuits. We are pretty much at the point we're going to have to expand our base's footprint in order to keep growing our main bus without turning it, because I don't want to turn it. Yeah, I need to I need to spend part of the reason why I chose to do this as a rail world is because one of the best ways to learn circuit conditions is to have to do them for trains. You know, if you have to force yourself to need them to be willing to learn them. And I need to do that. So, what is... Okay, so it's this one probably sending stuff at me. Maybe that one. That one looks like it'd be sending a lot more. I think it is time to grab a bunch of walls from the stockpile up here and begin expanding the footprint of the base. Yeah, I have a lot of empty space still, but a lot of it's dependent on being used after all my mines are depleted. That is not going to be enough, but it's enough to get started. Fortunately, on this side at least, the biters seem to be really bad at getting through the wall, to the wall. Chug a water bottle? Alright. This is how confident I am. I'm going to leave it on. What do y'all think? Do I stop here? Probably. Now I could see we were almost to the biter nest. We were almost to the biter nest, and while I am absolutely going to poke the bear in the future with that one, I feel no need to when I'm just mildly expanding. That was the wrong side to do that too. I mean, it's not like space exploration where you can build a weapon that will kill everything on the surface of a planet. It's not space exploration. I will hold off on grabbing that one, I think. No, I won't, because I'm greedy. Because I'm going to be greedy here. Hey, look, we found the copper patch. We found where the copper patch is. That's honestly only a bit of expanding. That's like 2/3 of what my current base is. That's only a bit of expanding. What's worse is I took apart my my gun turret builders. So I don't actually have any gun turrets in production currently, but I do have about just shy of 200 in my inventory. Oh yeah, no, it is a quite small expansion. You know, I'm only working on blue science right now. When I need to do yellow and purple science, I'll need a huge amount of space. I'll need a huge amount of space for blue. Yeah. All told, that's kind of small, and I only made it bigger because I want to go ahead and take care of that copper mine, that coal mine, and get it ran through. If I can use up that coal mine, all the better, you know? I mean, Zood, that just proves that you are not a Factorio player. Yeah, we got to get you Factorio, Zood. Welcome back. Yeah, dude, we got to get you a copy of Factorio. Yeah. I mean, eventually I'm going to have a full city block setup going, but for now I'm more concerned about just getting some basic science running. Alright, that's closed in at least. I mean, that's the glorious thing about Factorio, is you don't have to only build one thing for hours on end. It's called robots. Let them build them. Eventually you get robots and you just let them build everything for you. All you have to do is plan it out and let them build. The modded scene is just absolutely magnificent for this for this game too. There is a huge modded scene. Why am I going back for like, I'm still not convinced the modded scene for this isn't as big as the one for Minecraft. I mean, ask Zormura. If he's still around. He's got he's been building massive modded factories for a while. Yeah, most of the ones I use, at least on this, see, can I pull up? Yeah. This particular one, all I have are, ones to improve train handling and quality of life and cosmetic mods. That's all I've got on here. I don't have any real content expansion mods on this run. Like I have the disco labs mod that makes it flash a different color for every for each type of science. Purely cosmetic, but it makes looking at your science labs a little more enjoyable. I have little stuff like that. As well as like Rail Signal Planner, FNEI, which is stupid useful, when you're learning. This lets me plan out production lines, figure out how many of each factory I need, stuff like that. And this is just a timestamp for the last, gives me a train log of how much is going where and how much has been, and how many times it's done it. Just little things like that. I don't have any big content mods on here right now. Doc, if you are up for a challenge, you should take on uh-oh. There's some biters down here. There we go. If you are up for giving yourself a challenge, yeah, it's nice to be able to do it in game, I will admit. If you are up for giving yourself a challenge on the Factorio front, the level of CBT that this game can really produce is exemplified in like C Block. But if but Crastorio can be an delight to play. The Crastorio mod pack can be an absolute delight to play, and it's a perfect introduction to actually running modded. C Block, space exploration, there are tons of them. Literal tons of mod packs. And even just adding one of the content mods can provide a enjoyable expansion. Like just straight up adding Bob's or Angels mods to your game. Bob's adjustable inserters can provide a level of insanity to what you do that's hard to match. Ever wind your inserters to be able to go from wind your inserter to be able to insert in all four directions? Pick it up off the belt here and place here, or here instead of just here. Yeah, Bob's adjustable inserters will let you do that. Yeah, no, it's like you can. I've heard speedrunners say I've put 1,000 hours into this game and I still feel like I'm learning. So yeah, no, I completely understand that. But I am wholeheartedly in the corner of dive in. Dive in. If you feel overwhelmed, go grab some floaties. Grab the freaking Factorio equivalent of some floaties. Watch somebody play it, play through what you're playing through on a mod pack. Oh yeah. I mean, when you look at it that way, I'm still a noob. Proud of it. Yeah. currently in Factorio, I have 467 hours. And I'm expecting that to break 700 by the end of this run, if I want to even get close to my goal. They want to call me a noob? Go ahead. You know, I am enjoying a game. Yeah, I am. Call me a noob all you want. I am enjoying the game. It matters not what you think of me, only that I am enjoying myself. That's the way I look at it. Why should I let what people think of my ability to play the game affect my enjoyment of the game? I choose to stream. I intentionally put myself into CBT situations. I play this game expecting to suffer. I stream expecting to suffer. For my birthday, I'm planning on a 24-hour stream. You guys have the ability to make that a 24-hour cooking stream. So, I am aiming to suffer. I already know that. It might not be healthy to do things expecting to suffer, but on some level it's enjoyable. Like, I might not be an everyday streamer because I do work a day job. Well, night job. Yeah, you know. Like you might consider me a noob at under 1,000 hours, but I'm just here to have fun, bruh. You don't play Factorio for, to feel good about it, that's for sure. You play Factorio because you are ready to deal with you play Factorio because on some level you like organizing and planning things. If you don't like organizing and planning things, Factorio probably isn't the game for you, but you're willing to try, or willing to help you try. God knows I have watched a lot of streamers about it over the years, though. Let's keep putting down. Yeah, no, this community 100%, they won't look down on you for it. But, a good number of them will even help you. You know, it is actually amazing how often the Factorio community is like, oh, you're stuck? Let me see if I can help you figure this out. Because, the Factorio community as a whole pretty much acknowledges that, pain is a big part of what you're of this game. A big part of this game is definitely pain. Did I make that clean? Yes. I just need more walls. Finish out my wall. Need to set the gun turrets back up. I mean, the gun factories back up. Being a programmer for over 40 years. Yeah, it probably does help a lot. Or I could just pull down all this. Not without getting some of this wood out of my inventory. It probably does help a lot. What time is it? Oh, while we're up here, let's see if that actually did stop the belt. It sure looks empty like it did, and we are just over 1,000 here. And it did indeed stop the belt. It worked. Which means the sparse amount of circuits we are producing, piercing ammo, is indeed mostly going to the where we need it. Gun turrets. What do we need for gun turrets again? Why not put it so close? It's at least getting more going. Oh yeah, down in the corner that's not finished yet, of course. And it's a spitter, of course. At least get a little ammo on that corner. 'Cause that's apparently where they want to attack while we're figuring things out. I gotta grab some concrete. I need concrete. Well, cement, whatever you want to call it. I did not mean to pull that, because the one thing I have been insisting on doing is making sure my power is in a loop around the whole base. So I don't have to worry about where I pull power from. You know what? Why am I not going ahead and pulling the belt down while I'm here? Even if I don't connect it yet. Oh right, I forgot to get freaking. I am upset at myself for forgetting that. I am upset for forgetting to get more walls while I was up there. I suppose at this point it doesn't matter if I knock these out. Spitters are definitely going to be my biggest problem in the long run, I think. Just because of flamethrowers. You know. Just because the higher level spitters get, you know, the further they can reach, to the point that our gun turrets won't be able to reach all of them. Just our flamethrowers will. So eventually I am going to have to use flamethrowers as the primary defense. That's just a fact of life. Let's see. Here is the lasers. Research. Laser turret range is 24, which is further than the gun turrets. I think they're only 13. I believe. But my roommate has turned on the heat when it is 60 degrees outside. Wonderful. Let's see. Flamethrower turrets have a range of 30, but they also have a minimum range, which is why you want to supplement them with either a few gun turrets for when things get too close, or or lasers, or something like that. Gun turrets, if my brain will function and allow me to find them, there they are. Gun turrets have a range of 18. So they're the middle range, the lasers are. And then you have artillery, of course, that's range is yes. The range of an artillery cannon is 32, so minimum. The maximum shooting range by manual is 560. The automatic range, where it'll automatically target, is only 224. Same thing with the wagons. I need to pull up from the bottom with these, because that's where I've already started them. You know what? I have not checked my oil bases though. I'm using so little oil right now that I've actually stopped producing pollution over here. Although I will admit, I have one mod on here that is more than just quality of life. It is a mod to cause water to absorb pollution. Because in real life, water does absorb a lot of the pollution that we deal with. That's why we get dead fish and stuff like that. You know? There's one of the few adjustment to the way the base games that I add to it is it actually makes water absorb pollution. I went for walls again and belts and got more, and some of the guns that have been being built. I keep coming down here instead. Like, one of these days, maybe after this one, I'd like to take on the challenge. One of the achievements for this game, which it's been a while since I saved. One of the achievement challenges for the game is to only handcraft 111 items over the course of the entire run. I'd like to try that sometime. No time soon, but I would like to try that on a run. Yeah, no, that's an actual thing, by the way. I hope not, because I really cannot afford another one right now. I doubt I need that much wall to finish what I've got down there, but I've got it. I have a wood chest somewhere. I think it's not entirely full. Where is it? No, that's for stone brick. It is entirely full. Can I make a iron one? I mean, if it gets bad enough that I am having trouble running it, I did some math on it offline. I'd need to be launching like 10,000 rockets a minute to be able to do 1,000,000 blue a second. So yeah, no, it's probably entirely unrealistic to do a million of any of them a second, but I would like to try to get to see how many of each circuit I can produce a second, out of sheer curiosity. Yeah, I probably should be using it for fuel. But, honestly, I'm kind of content to leave it sit for now. Yeah, I 100% do not want to. Really? Took a while for those to die. I do not want to, let ammo flow through this belt until I am till I have the ability to use it. This one is not going to get used, so build up that corner a little more than normal. Let's go grab more turrets and offload most of these walls. What is our iron patch like? Ugh. It's looking bad. Looking real bad. Feels like today has just been fixed problem day. Which is how a lot of days go in Factorio. A lot of the time it's not, hey, what can you what new stuff are you going to do today? It's, hey, how many problems are you going to fix today? That is 100% a thing. That is 100%, yeah. I mean, this is still early game for me. This world is really 18 hours, so does not feel like 18 hours. I could have made things a lot more compact. I could have done things a lot smarter. I never claimed to be smart, especially not at Factorio. The you, my good sir, radars, have been doing a good job over here. I have, this direction is almost completely devoid of early game ores. I've got stone down here. This seems to be the direction for uranium. I've got a 3.8 million coal here, a 1.6 here, a 22 here, iron here, and copper here. Other than that, that's all I have for resources visible currently. So I am going to have to head out at some point. I'll probably do it off stream. Yeah, I'll probably do it off stream, head out and just look for more locations and plan out plan them out for rail spots. Rail stops. I got to plan those out. But I'm kind of waiting to get logistics bots. I'm trying to hold out for, not for the logistics, for construction bots before I start heading out to build rail stations everywhere. Construction bots make it so much easier. I mean, it's going to be a whole nother level of weird when I have to, when it comes time to do nuclear. I've never done nuclear. Yeah, I have never done nuclear. Even in my first run, I had somebody else who, one of my viewers joined the stream, and they decided to set up and put together the nuclear. Oh yeah. I wasn't going to use nuclear. They decided that we needed nuclear and set it up all on their own. I'm going to have to do some research on nuclear, possibly acquire some plans from, some blueprints from from a blueprint site for it. Because this base is just going to be too big to try to run it off of coal. This base is 100% going to have to either go nuclear or go full solar. And if it goes full solar, I will be building... honestly, even with nuclear, I'm going to be building gigawatts of reactors. Yep. It's quite literally, hey, you're planning on nuclear? Okay, you're going to need to set up uranium processing and leave it running for 6 hours minimum before you start trying to use it. You're at 11 gigawatts. Nice. Yeah, nuclear is, hey, you set me up and then you come back to me 6 hours later once you have a significant amount of 235 built up. Because without beacons, the efficiency on making uranium 235 is horrendous. Yep. The only way you can guarantee you can do solar is to just get obscene with it. Like the city block designs that a lot of people favor, the only way those are viable to do with solar is if it's like for every block you do of anything other than solar, you have to have like 3 of solar. It gets a little obscene. Okay, so I do have one thing that makes solar a little more viable on here, I will admit. I don't think I have the research done, but one of the mods I have on here does add something that can make solar semi-viable. Where is it? It's somewhere down here. I think did I put it in this mod pack? This might not be the mod pack I put in. No, it's not, because I don't see it. All right. Yeah, no, never mind. There's a mod called accumulator walls and a mod called solar walls that literally they mount solar panels and accumulators to your walls to so that you're using all the space you can for power supply and storage. That would be one of my personal requirements in order to aim to do solar, because there ain't no way I'm going to be able to to dedicate the floor space to it all if I don't. I was hoping I'd be able to make it all the way to construction robots, and I could have before I expanded the base anymore, but I just kind of said screw it, let's expand the base, give ourselves some breathing room. Like, I don't think I'm ever gonna do a Death World run, at least not solo. Um, Death World seems interesting to me, but I'm not into that level of CBT, so I'm not sure I'd ever want to do it solo. I applaud the people who can do them and do them well. Ain't for me. Heck, this is actually the first time I've actually played a run where biters are a thing I need to worry about. Normally I don't like playing with biters, but it felt wrong not to. You know what I mean? Sometimes it doesn't feel right to not play with all the features of a game. And despite how some people feel about biters, they are actually a feature of the game. So even if I don't like them, not playing with them occasionally is, I guess you could call it lazy playing. Not saying everyone needs to, but once in a while, at least starting a run with biters is interesting. There's just something viscerally entertaining about building a freaking base with the intent, with the knowledge that you need to defend it from the enemy. It's not entirely done, but I think we have reached the point I can tie in. Yeah, and I completely understand that train of thought on that one. Honestly, this one might devolve into that depending on how hard it goes. Like, I'm not even worried about that unless I start seeing damage icons come up. I'm not worried about up there. I am trying to lay as much of that ammo get on the belt as possible. I do not want it in my inventory. I've got plenty of ammo in my inventory already. In fact, it will probably be reaching the end of the should be reaching down here soon. Ooh. Yeah, stacking ammo and what's missing is really taking up some space. And this is why we put... Jeez. Yeah, it's slow coming down because my belt's not the fullest. That's another reason why we need more space. When we tackle getting that other iron patch in, we will be dedicating a full line of iron, maybe two, to ammo. Gotta do it at some point. True. But that's also why you eliminate all of them. True, you know. Like I said, this run is probably going to devolve into just a get the rocket launched run. But I'm going to carry it as far as I can until then. You know, I'm nothing if not at least, you know, somewhat of a masochist on the trouble end. Oh yeah. Oh, I know. But one of the nice parts of the Rail World setting is nests do not expand, which is a godsend. So the nests there currently in the currently visible territory is all I'm going to have, thankfully. In that visible territory. Nests do not expand. They do not try to replace ones that are gone. You know, so there is that. Nope. I saw that Dosh Doshington video about him trying to get all the way to the edge of the map. Nah. If you haven't seen that video, go look that one up. That was wild, and it almost crashed his computer several times. He had so many train stops, that his computer almost crashed on the train stop list. Dude, it was wild. Why am I all the way over here? And he automated his base to go to it. Seriously, if you've never seen that Dosh Doshington run, you should check it out. It's wild, what he did on that run. It was, I know I use that word a lot, but it's Dosh Doshington. He earns that title. Dosh earns that title. He might not be the greatest Factorio player of all time, but he is the one willing to do the stupidest shit. Yep. Dosh uncovered a narrow corridor all the way to the edge of the world and almost crashed his computer several times. And it took like 600 hours, I think it was. 600, 800 hours, something like that. Also, I should probably get some concrete while I'm up here. I mean, I wouldn't say petabytes, but it would definitely require terabytes, and you'd probably need to be running a mod to unload. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. I definitely put in the upper level of terabyte range for sure. I don't know about petabyte though. It would not surprise me if it really does take that long. I am terrified at the person who manages to actually do the entire thing edge to edge. All Dosh did was get to one end of one edge of the map. He didn't go edge to edge. Really? Really? That's a little insane. And just another example of why I'd never do it. And just imagine the 2.0 update is going to add 3 or 4 new maps. Yeah, no, the game is future-proof size-wise, that's for sure. That at least gives me fast travel around the whole edge of the base currently, or faster. You know what? I kind of want to be able to go up here. Oh, you. Eventually the whole thing's gonna be covered over, but for now, gives me another path up and down the base. The ammo is fully looped now, though, so now it's just a matter of getting the power poles across the whole thing and getting the inserters down. I figure we'll probably call it a day after I get the loop done. Just because I do have to sleep because I have work tomorrow. I mean, I'm still on heavy armor. I haven't built a any modular armor yet. It's not because I'm not capable of it. It's just I haven't taken the time to do it yet. Alright. Where's this? Yes. Brain function. Got a little more time, though. Had a little more time. Good to have you, though, Doc. Ooh, 4 p.m. there. It is 10, just turned 10 a.m. for me. Yep, EST. Cannot wait till we get bots. It'll make building stuff like this so much easier. Yep. Born and raised beach bum here. Although it's been a few years since I went to the beach. What is going on here? Where's all my ammo? Where is all my ammo? Ah, it's sparse as all get out. That's why it's... And it's probably getting snagged up as it goes along. Looks like we're getting most of the way around before it should be right up here where we're collecting. Yep. All right. All right, so probably about another 5-10 minutes, and he'll saturate all the turrets with a with a minimum, and be fully cycling again. In the meanwhile, these just gotta hold out, which they're doing flawlessly. Don't know why I'm worried. Yep. Yeah. No, it'll take a while for it. About another 5-10 minutes. It'll fully saturate the turrets with the minimum they want to keep in there. Then he'll start saturating the belt again. I know what I need now. I gotta get radars on those corners. Because expanded visibility is important. I mean, it's already up to here. It'll take no time for it to saturate. All right, now we can see this base, and that is tiny. 2 worms, 4 all spitter spawners. There are no biters here. Spitters have a range of 13, so they still have to come into the umbrella of the guns, before they can attack. Spitter. There is a single biter here. 2 biters here. And there will never be any others. 3. There's a few biters. Never going to be any more, though. Jeez, y'all died quick. Oh yeah, they do. I was hovering around 9, putting those 3 down bumped me up to 11. The trade-off is worth the visibility, honestly. Not being able to see what's going on outside of the immediate walls of my base, that's just not worth it. I want to be able to see. Actually, they pull 10, not 5. Yep. No, it is a balancing act. That is for sure. Yeah, no. 100%. Radars and power in general is a balancing act. You know, it's a fine balance between enough to keep things running and too many, you know, and not enough to freaking protect yourself if something comes calling. Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel you there. You know, a little bit. All right, and that's the last of the caffeine for me for the day. What are we missing here? Why are we missing plastic here? Why are we missing plastic here? Oh, right. There's no coal in this anymore. Right. Did not. All right. It looks like the ammo has made its way around. Cause that's a lot more on the belt. Yep, it has made it all the way around, and is starting to cram the belt again. Nice. It's gonna bug me that I left that there. It'll take a while for it to fully saturate. Next stream, which will probably be Wednesday morning, we'll work on setting up proper oil cracking to, you know, at scale that we need currently, as well as getting chemical science properly running, and what else? Hopefully by the end of the next stream, we will have logistics up, but you know, construction bots and possibly even logistics bots up and running. Thank you for the follow. Definitely gonna gonna try to complete as much as I can. I probably work a little on it offline, just you know, cleaning up and filling in problem spots. But most of the progress should be on next stream. Let's see. What do I need this for? Nothing at the moment. do need it for power armor, but I'm not there yet. Oh, right, I wanted to add construction robotics to the queue. And then logistics. Like, I might keep manually making enough chemical science to progress a little further, but not much further. You know, lubricant for sure, but I don't know if I'll go past that offline. Especially because clearly our main bus is a disaster. So if I do a lot offline, it's going to be tearing down our main bus, tearing down our furnace arrays, and rebuilding them into a format that'll actually be usable in the long run. If I do anything off stream, because they're a mess right now. They're still baby beginner arrays, run arrays. We need to scale up massively. You know, I would like to wait to rebuild them until we get advanced material processing too. So I might cut all this out and get that first, because progressing to electric furnaces, it'll make it so much nicer, and it'll cut down on and while it will increase our electric cost, it'll also cut down on our pollution a good bit. Cause the pollution on the steel furnaces is 4 a minute, and well, that tells you all you need to know about that. Stone furnaces are 2 a minute. Steel increases it, but it also doubles the crafting speed. Electric does not increase the crafting speed, I don't think. Brain, did I just turn a belt around in the middle of it? Electric doesn't increase the crafting speed, but it does quarter the pollution of the steel furnaces. So building our furnaces out of steel will building electric furnaces instead will definitely be a bonus. What is required for electric furnaces? Tool. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. I will see you guys next time. Catch you later.